Now we're going to play a City of Stolen Worlds demo. Observer. Greetings, traveler. This demo is somewhat unusual. It's a fragment from the middle of the game. Why not start at the beginning? I want to leave a small veil of mystery. I really will make playing the full version more interesting. What if I don't understand anything? Don't worry, I'll give you a quick rundown of the plot. Okay. So, Max was a completely ordinary person, living in a rather unremarkable town. One day, upon returning home, he found a horrifying creature in his apartment. Did he run and scream for his life? It tore his home from reality, transferring it to the City of Stolen Worlds. While exploring the city, Max fell into a cunning trap set by a mysterious foe. By a miracle, he managed to escape. But what should he do next? Now it's my turn to act. Oh, this is interesting. Is this like... is this claymation? This part of the city looks long abandoned. I really like the graphics, honestly. Attractor. Abandoned mechanism? Artwork of a long-gone civilization? This place feels strangely cozy. I could take a break. Sure, let's take a break. The stone around the attractor feels slightly warm from the processes happening inside. The pedestal shields you from the biting wind. Check the contents of your backpack. A half-finished liter bottle of water. A chocolate bar, as lonely as a space shuttle beyond the horizon of a black hole. And some useless junk like documents and house keys. Endure the hunger pangs? No, eat the chocolate bar. You devour the bar in a few bites. You pick out a couple of chocolate crumbs from the corner of the wrapper. Take a few sips of water. You can go a long time without food, although it'll be tough. But without water, still, you met the locals. Let's just say they seemed like a carbon-based life form. So there must be water somewhere in the break. So like a floating amoeba? The crack goes deep into the wall. It's unclear where it leads, or if it ends in a dead end. But it seems like there's no other option. You squeeze inside. The wall is pressed so tightly that it's almost impossible to breathe. The rough stone scrapes your skin and tears at your clothes. Crawl forward like a flattened snake. It seems this isn't just a crack. Something sharp and inexplicable changes. The smell of another place. As if you hadn't taken just a few steps, but been transported very, very far. Another portal? Something scrapes off, left behind in this crack forever. Some tiny, barely perceptible part of you peels away, hanging on the walls. Step into the light. God, don't trust this. Another mark of monstrous power, splitting and stitching worlds together. Look at that crevice. This kind of reminds me of Tormentum, in a way. Schnurry, the one who slides between cracks. A creature eyes you curiously. Who are you? Who am I? Ha! They call me Schnurry, the one who slides between cracks. I walk where reality yields to the void, and who are you to be asking me? I'm Max. What are these cracks? Where do they lead? Oh, cracks. A crack is a question the world asked itself, but never found an answer. One day, all the fractures will merge into a great serpent and devour this world. But why do you care? I'm trying to find a way out of the city. Could it be beyond the cracks? No, my friend. Even the deepest chasms beyond the widest cracks belong to the city. But if I got in here, then there must be a way out. Back the way I came. Well, there's a certain entity, the key holder. They say he has keys to doors that no one has ever seen opened. Though, I doubt they lead anywhere outside. The key holder, locked doors, it sounds promising. Where can I find him? Now, that's the tricky part. The key holder appears here and there. His tracks are confusing and unpredictable. The city is so vast that meeting him is nearly impossible. Since you're telling me this, there must be a way, right? Hard to say. I've been to the Theater of Genesis. Quite the place. They say it knows everything about the city's inhabitants. The only problem is, asking it something isn't easy. Neither is understanding the answer. And there's no other option? Ha! The options here are like the cracks beneath your feet. Take the wrong step and you're gone. For example, you can knock on every door and interrogate every creature around. Just don't cut yourself in the shards of their madness. Wow. Interesting. Very poetic. I don't know if he's the most reasonable one, because he's like the only one I've met so far. I mean, he has kind of helped though with what he said. Alright, you're the most reasonable one I've met so far. Will you help me get to this Theater of Genesis? I don't have much else to do anyway. But whether you can handle the theater, that'll be interesting to see. Alright, let's go. The creature dives into a crack, and in a moment, it's right beside you. The theater is one of those places where you'll have to slip through the city's unhealed wounds. Grab my tail and close your eyes. Grab Schnurry's tail. He's not gonna break it off like a little lizard, is he? A gloomy place. Looks like Schnurry chose to stay deep within the crack. I'm glad we fit in the crack, good lord. It's like Tormentum and Scorn. If Tormentum and Scorn had a baby, this would probably be it. Is this it? A Theater of Genesis? A pulsating object trying to become something else. The room's windows are like eyes covered with a milky film. The expelled light pulses lazily on the floor like jellyfish. And what looks like chairs. What is that? Organs wrapped in rags? Someone's shed skin? It seems a sound is being born. A voice echoes from everywhere, revealing no source. Listen. He walked winding paths, immersed in the world and emerged again. Every step led him to where everything is born and dissolves. He came to learn. Continue the phrase. Where to find the keyholder? The curves and formulas of the flesh. The body spectacle does not answer. It absorbs and then passes through. The one who entered became an embryo. The embryonic phase of the performance. Listen. The flesh of the body spectacle is a lens. The body is always searching, refracting, distorting, to reflect as accurately as possible. Listen. The one who entered filled the flesh of the body, moved its bones, gave it a core, around which the performance began to grow. The answer ripened and danced, like a pancreas. Listen. The voice stopped just as abruptly, without stirring the pale dust, without ruffling the leathery bundles. All of this is far too abstract, yet the words seem to have sown a vague understanding. The body spectacle? Is that why you came to the theater? It can grow an answer within itself. What is needed for that? Looks like I'll have to figure it out myself. Okay, so we can't go up, just left and right. Creepy. A portal blocked by hardened tentacles. Oh, what in the hell? What in the alien isolation is that? I mean, let's go there. The skulls seem to be made of mushroom pulp, or is it damp skin? An organ resembling a heart inside a biomechanical sarcophagus. Well, here is the spectator, the one for whom I hammered in bones, wrought them in sinews, and smeared them with flesh. You created this place? That's right. I am the organizing force of the body spectacle. The way everything is intricately constructed and smoothly moves. That's my doing. I arrange the organs in place and embed meanings in the folds of the flesh. Since I'm the spectator, where should I be looking? The body spectacle drains the juices of reality from the city. It runs the alchemical machine of organs, filters and distills stories, growing the answer within itself. So the answer is hidden somewhere inside the organs? Yes, you must immerse yourself. Understand the story and the curves and movements of the organs. They sing with vibrations, dance with enzyme chemistry, and whisper with barely noticeable electrical impulses. And what happens next? Don't rush. Every spectacle has a beginning. The first act of my performance is the awakening of the spectator. Yeah, I'd rather wake up at home in my own bed. Let's be sassy to him. You're the spectator, and you need to learn to look inside the flesh. The first organ I sculpted for you is in this hall. Touch it. Open your inner vision. Alright, I'll try. This organ looks strange, more like a fossil or a chitinous cocoon. Take a closer look. Tiny ridges on the surface merge into a vast, hardened ocean. Something clicks inside the cocoon and it opens, revealing its fleshy interior. Put your hand inside. A bluish-red sound flows through your fingers into the roots of your teeth, weaving through your skin's corridors with mucus sparks, softening your kneecaps. Try to stay on your feet. Understanding forms somewhere within your body, against your will, like crookedly screwed-in rusty bolts. Pull your hand out. It seems now you can see the voices of the organs of the body spectacle. Wipe your hand covered in pinkish slime on your pants. Ew. Just ruined your pants. Excellent. Now by looking inside the flesh, reading its stories, you'll be able to activate the alchemy of the body spectacle. Shinari did warn me it wouldn't be easy. I'm not here to spell everything out for you. I created this grand stage. The task of the body spectacle is to grow the answer, and you'll become part of the process. Listen to what the flesh says. Well, thanks for that. I understand nothing. A bizarre mass of biomass twitches slightly. It seems a heart is beating inside it. Touch the heart. In response, a quiet whisper begins, telling a story. Listen. Empress Amaphira was transported to the city along with her sapphire palace and her elite cohort of muladans. Strange moon wings sway their silver tails in the inner courtyard, lined with painted silk tapestries. And beyond the wall lay the city, as if it had gone silent, awaiting her first step. You're sure they will explain themselves later? Oh, yeah, totally. Enter resonance. Like fingers brushing roadside stalks, shaking off drops of dew, obsidian blades touch the flesh lightly, almost tenderly. Blood, protoplasm, and xenolymph flooded the streets of the city. I'm learning new words. I'm learning body part words. Man, I am not in the medical field. Thus began the rise of the Amaphira Empire. Years passed, thousands of worlds fell, were enslaved or destroyed. Thousands bowed without resistance, becoming part of the empire. Xenolymph, that's a heck of a word. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want that flooding the city or not. Never before had the city witnessed power like the army at the Sapphire Palace. But no matter how mighty the Sapphire Empire grew, it remained a mere speck in the ocean of the city. With each new world that fell to the dark magic and weapons of the Muladans, a strange torpor increasingly overtook the Empress. One evening, a lone cicada sang mournfully in the branches of the ebony tree. The Empress killed the seneschal, and one by one, her most loyal servants. Then the moonwings that grazed in astonishment, their silver feathers framing the descending silence. Thus fell the Empire of Amaphira. The Sapphire Palace was plundered, and the Empress was never seen again. The chitinous structure shudders, chitinous tubes snap off, and the heart flops right into your hand. Ew, ew, drop it. Drop it, ew. Accept the scarred heart. I don't want it. You can have it back. Who do I give the heart to? I'm not keeping it. Are we looking at the back end of it? Like a spine or something? Because I think I see a booty down on the bottom. A figure riddled with spasming emptiness. Insert the scarred heart inside. The eerie structure suddenly freezes. A faint hum emanates from the gaps between the ribs. Listen closely. A wanderer, wrapped head to toe in filthy strips of cloth, roamed the worlds. He never asked for food or money. He simply sat on the ground and remained still for hours. Then, after some time, he would leave. Enter resonance. Only glazed, otherworldly eyes were visible from beneath the layers of cloth. The wanderer observed reality, but everything he saw passed through him, untouched. His mind was like a hollow tube filled with emptiness. In one of the worlds, where yellow bird morphs soared in the sky and violet suns played in columns of gelatinous ocean, an old fisherman approached the wanderer. He sat down beside him, and he seemed to simply enjoy the warm evening. He brushed off fish scales clinging to his clothes, tossed pebbles into the gelatinous water, and puffed on a pipe filled with dried seaweed. Finally, as if hearing something beyond the silence, he slowly stood up. And as he left, turning halfway around, he smiled and said to the wanderer, "Wait, but emptiness can't breathe." And then the wanderer jolted as if struck by lightning. His fingers clenched the greasy rags, revealing the edge of a disfigured, charred chin. At that moment, the wanderer clearly saw that the hollow void he had considered himself to be was actually just a keyhole. Now it's time to find the key. The hum fades between the ribs, a small mass of biomass inflates. Take the hollow gland. This game's so weird, but I actually love it. The skulls seem to be made of mushroom pulp, or is it damp skin? I'm hoping it's mushroom pulp and not skin. Offer the hollow gland to the skulls. A hollow throat opens in one of the skulls. The lump of flesh squelches as it disappears inside. A chorus of voices merges into static noise. Listen. There was a creature that searched everywhere for keys. Those keys did not unlock any locks that could be found in the city. Moreover, they did not exist as physical objects. They were metaphorical keys to the creature's consciousness. The city was full of mysteries, but also full of answers. And each answer increasingly transformed and changed the creature, not only internally, but also externally. Layer by layer, it unraveled itself, revealing its true essence. It was a long journey, through the intoxicating thirst for power, through fire that licked the flesh, through winds from 1,000 worlds that emptied the mind. Even its name was erased in the grinding gears of time. Is there a final answer beyond which no more questions should exist? If anyone might know, it would be Amaphira, the keeper of the keys. She seemed to have fused with the city, became a part of it. The body spectacle drained the juices of the city, searching for scents and signals within them. It cultivated the past within itself, sending out growths into the future and peering through the fragile skin of the city's walls. Perhaps now it has found the trail at the key holder. Break off the tumor growing in the skull, shaped like a key. Where's the key go? I have the key. He don't care. He's like, good for you. Keep searching for answers. Alright, well. Can't run in this game. Just casually walk. Taking it all in. I didn't go this way yet. Oh, I did go this way. Never mind. Congratulations, you've opened the portal to the keyholder's world. Great, now what? This is the end of the demo. The continuation will be in the full version of the game. Well, I'll be waiting. Thank you for playing. I hope we meet again. Okay, so that was actually a good game. I really liked that demo. It was short, but it was interesting. Definitely different. Didn't really understand what was going on, but that's okay. Because we're kind of like in the middle of it.